What is going on, everybody? Zyonik here, and in today's video we are going to be checking out some battles submitted to us by a member of the community, Pewpewegg. Now Pewpewegg is bringing Triple Legacy Seaking. Yeah, that's right. I know a lot of you guys have been asking to see Triple Legacy Seaking, and we are going to check it out in today's video. Now if you want to know more about Triple Legacy Seaking or find out if it's worth the investment, be sure to stick around after the battles. But let's go ahead and dive right into these Go Battle League Great League battles. Alright, getting into the first battle here. He is running Articuno with Ice Shard, Ancient Power, and Icy Wind, Triple Legacy Seaking, and the Meganium. So we'll have to see how these battles go. Now this first battle, going to be pretty interesting. He has to watch out for that Rock Slide from Defense Form Deoxys. Typically that is the moves that Defense Form Deoxys will have. Icy Wind here, going to do quite a bit of neutral damage as well as lower the attack of Defense Form Deoxys. No shield coming through. He's already got Deoxys down to 50% HP. We do see a shield come up. Again, that Rock Slide will do tons of damage. That's a safe shield, but he is swapping into the Seaking right here, so we'll have to see how the Seaking does. Now charge move coming through. This is most likely going to be another Rock Slide, but if it's Thunderbolt, it's going to be devastating. It is a Rock Slide, so good call right there not to shield. He's going to farm a little bit more energy, go for the Icy Wind right here. This should be taking out Defense Form Deoxys if they decide not to shield. But they do decide to shield. They're loading up on some more energy, and they are going for another charge move right here. The Seaking will likely farm down right here and look to get an Icy Wind or Drill Run on whatever's coming in. Altaria just got swapped in. Man, this Icy Wind is going to do a lot of damage if it goes unshielded, plus lower the attack of the Altaria. Altaria does not shield, so it chunks it down. Articuno now can come in and safely farm down this Altaria right here, and gonna look to fire an Icy Wind on whatever is in the back. Now we see charge move coming through, gonna be the Sky Attack, not gonna be doing a lot of damage. Articuno is gonna be able to safely farm down. It needs to pay attention to what is coming in next. So we'll have to see what it is, and it's looking to be... Come on, bring it out. It's going to be Azumarill. And we see the instant swap into Meganium, so this is going to be very, very close. What he needs to be careful of is the swap out into Defense Form Deoxys to soak a Frenzy Plant. Charge move coming through, it's going to be Ice Beam getting Meganium low. Frenzy Plant now coming out from Meganium. This is definitely going to be forcing a shield on the Azumarill, and like I said, he needs to be prepared for a swap because the switch timer is up for his opponent. So we are likely going to see a swap here on the Azumarill any second. There's a swap right there. No charge move coming out on Defense Form Deoxys, and the Meganium is going to be able to safely get off a Frenzy Plant here against the Azumarill and clean up this battle. So that is going to be a good game. Way to anticipate the swap right there. Let's go ahead and move into the second battle. So we saw right there Legacy Seaking able to apply a lot of pressure to that Altaria, and if we saw the Azumarill come in, he could have applied pressure with that as well with the Icy Wind and lower the attack, and then instantly swapping to Meganium to knowing that he can clean up endgame as long as he doesn't get baited. Now we have Articuno versus Bastiodon on the lead. This is a terrible matchup. He's got to swap out instantly, and we see the Seaking come in, and we see a Meganium come in. Seaking can handle Meganium, everyone. Icy Wind is going to be doing quite a bit of damage as Meganium is a grass type. It's also going to be lowering the attack. Shield comes up on the Meganium, but will he let Seaking go down or will he stay in? No shield so far coming up. No shield on the Seaking. It will be going down to Frenzy Plant, and he's likely looking to farm down with Articuno right here, as we already have an attack debuff on the Meganium, and the Articuno can safely, basically completely farm down with Ice Shard. It's going to be absolutely chunking Meganium. Now because Articuno is part flying type, it's going to be resisting this Frenzy Plant coming out, not going to be doing a lot of damage, and he's looking to farm down right here. Now will he go for an Icy Wind? He does go for an Icy Wind. This is going to apply pressure on Meganium to whether shield or not. We'll likely not see a single shield come out on the Meganium, and we'll be seeing Bastiodon come back in. So 2 shields still for the Meganium now, and we see the instant swap to Defense Form Deoxys, and this is going to be a very close battle. Defense Form Deoxys can soak a Frenzy Plant, but it's all going to come down to, can this Meganium take out Defense Form Deoxys and land an Earthquake against Bastiodon? That's going to be the key right here. Will we see a charge move come on Meganium or shield? We do see a shield come up blocking that Rock Slide. He needs to save 1 shield though for that Bastiodon's Flamethrower that'll be coming out. Frenzy Plant now coming out. It's going to force a lot of pressure. If he can clear the shield on this Defense Form Deoxys, he can sweep the end game. No shield coming up. Good call by his opponent. Bastiodon is now coming in. Again, he needs to watch out for Flamethrower, and if he can land this Earthquake, it's going to be a GG. GG. So shield coming up, this is going to be a flamethrower. It would be taking out the Meganium from this range. Now it's all a matter of mind games. Is this going to be a Frenzy Plant? Is this going to be an Earthquake? He is going for the Earthquake right now. If this lands, it is game over. We'll have to see if a shield comes up. No shield comes up. He's able to land the Earthquake and able to get to another Frenzy Plant. This will be forcing the shield on the Bastiodon, and he can look to possibly swap back into Articuno to soak the charge move or try to finish off with fast moves alone, and he is going to be able to finish off with fast moves alone. So really good battle right there. Losing lead, but utilize the Seaking on the safe switch. So let's go ahead and get into game 3. So that was a great call, not shielding on the Seaking and knowing that Meganium could sweep endgame right there, anticipating that they didn't have a flyer. So really good call by Pewpewegg, and let's go ahead and check out game 3 now. So far, we haven't seen the full capabilities of Seaking. It's just been basically used as a sacrifice. Now we have Articuno versus Mew. Mews are very tough to fight against because you never know what charge move they have. So we'll have to see if he decides to shield or not. This was built up to Wild Charge, I believe, but it's going to be a Dragon Claw. Okay, so we know it's Shadow Claw, Dragon Claw, and there's likely going to be a Wild Charge. Because of the recent update to Wild Charge, a lot of Mews will be running that. Icy Wind now coming out, going to be lowering the attack and getting a shield from the Mew, which is fantastic. If he can get to another Icy Wind before charge move comes out, ooh, he is going to shield though. This could be another Dragon Claw, but it is going to be a Wild Charge. Okay, now we know the move set, and he's going to be going for another Icy Wind right here. And will we see the swap then out into Seaking potentially to draw out a potential counter? We do see a second shield come out. He's looking to stay in right now. Another charge move coming through from the Mew. This is likely going to be another Wild Charge. We will have to see though. It is going to be a Wild Charge, so that is -4 on the defenses, I believe, for the Mew. So now Seaking can come in and completely farm down with Poison Jabs alone. It's absolutely shredding. Charge move coming through from the Mew. This is not going to be enough for a Wild Charge. It's probably the Dragon Claw, which it is. Great call by the Seaking right there. We see a complete farm down. Now the next Pokemon coming in, we'll have to see what it is. And it is going to be Reggie Steele. This is what Drill Run is for, everyone. The Seaking here, able to land a Drill Run against an unshielded Reggie Steele, which is going to do about 50% of its HP, which is fantastic. He's ahead on energy, but he needs to watch out for the swap from Reggie Steele. Will we see a shield? We do see a shield here on the Seaking. He's probably looking to land another Drill Run, but he's got to be careful for the swap. And we do see a swap right there into Azumarill, and we see the instant swap into Meganium. This Meganium is going to be able to handle this Azumarill very well, and he still has a Drill Run loaded up for that Reggie Steele in the back. So great call, anticipating again his opponent's swap. Ice Beam coming through, going to be chunking down the Meganium, but he can get to a Frenzy Plant right here to take out the Azumarill. Now, this isn't going to be enough to finish off Azumarill, and if Azumarill can land an Ice Beam, Seaking can still farm down, but will the Azumarill get the Ice Beam in time? No, it cannot. He's going to be going for that Earthquake right away. He is going to be able to get the Earthquake before charge move comes in on the Reggie Steele, and that is going to be a GG. Again, great play, great anticipation there that his opponent would swap out on the charge move. Fantastic play. Let's go ahead and move into game 4 now. So we're starting to see more capabilities from Seaking here in game 3. That Drill Run, as you guys saw, does 50% roughly of Reggie Steele's health. We'll have to see what else it can do. It can also take down Azumarills, but we haven't seen that matchup yet. We have Articuno versus Meganium. This is fantastic. We'll have to see what the swap in is going to be to. And we see it is Azumarill, so here comes the Seaking. This is what we've been waiting for. We saw what it did to Reggie Steele, and now we're going to see what it can do to an Azumarill. Again, if Azumarills are running Ice Beam Hydro Pump, the Seaking can soak that very well. On top of having Poison Jab as a fast move, is going to be doing super effective damage. Now, the Azumarill getting off a charge move here could be potential play rough, but most likely going to be an Ice Beam. It is going to be a Hydro Pump, actually, which still does quite a bit of damage, but the Seaking does not care. He's going for Drill Run now instead of Icy Wind, as the Azumarill might not shield because knowing that it could be another Icy Wind. Drill Run going to be used, chunks the Azumarill right there, and he can safely farm down with fast moves alone and absolutely destroys Azumarill in the one shield situation right there. So that is what you guys came for. Seaking just put in a lot of work. We're going to see Meganium come back in and be eating an Icy Wind to the face. Again, lowering the attack on the Meganium, but we'll have to see what they have in the back. Ooh, the Meganium let it go through, and that did way more damage than they anticipated. Lowered attack as well on the Meganium. We're going to see Articuno come back in. Could we see a flyer in the back potentially? So Frenzy Plant going to be coming out. We'll have to see what they have in the back. If it's Reggie Steele, it's game over. Gonna see if they swap out. No swap out right here. Articuno loaded on energy, likely gonna be going straight for Icy Wind, and it's gonna be Alolan Marowak, so he's actually gonna be going for Ancient Power. Alolan Marowak is that fire typing, so Ancient Power would be doing super effective damage, and he is in a tough spot because he needs to be able to get these shields out before Alolan Marowak can get to a charge move or completely farm down. His Meganium has the opportunity though to one-shot with Earthquake, and he does get 2 shields, so he needs to swap right away. Charge move coming from the Alolan Marowak. This is beautiful. Meganium is going to sweep endgame because of that Earthquake, so he's instantly going to swap now into the Meganium. He has 2 shields, nothing he needs to worry about. He can shield both of these charge moves, even if they're Bone Club baits. It's game over. He can get to this Earthquake right here. It is a Shadow Ball, however, and his opponent is going to go down to this Earthquake. Actually, I think it can survive potentially. It's not going to survive with a lot of health, as Meganium is not a ground type, but I think, yeah, it does take it out. So Alolan Marowak goes down. Great plays right there. We saw the Seaking take out the Azumarill. Let's go ahead and move into Game 5. So Game 5 right here. Let's see if Seaking can match up against another Reggie Steele and Azumarill. That is basically what it's built to take out. It can handle a lot of those steals, handle the flyers, handle some of the grass sometimes, especially against that Meganium. We saw how much health it took away. Now we have Articuno versus Raichu, Kanto Raichu actually. So has access to Wild Charge as well, but it's definitely very squishy, and it needs to be prepared for those Wild Charges that are going to be coming out. But it could be Thunder Punch shield baits. Either way, it's going to be doing super effective damage, so shields are going up. It's a Brick Break shield bait actually, so this is probably a Wild Charge Brick Break Raichu right here. Icy Wind coming out. This is probably going to get a shield from his opponent, which it does. Fantastic. Now if he can get this Raichu out of the game, his Seaking will definitely have a high probability to sweep potentially, because there probably is not going to be another grass in the back, but we could be completely wrong with that. Now will we see another shield come up from the Raichu right here? Again, this is going to be lowering the attack 2 stages now with the Icy Wind. We do see a second shield, so we could see the Articuno possibly survive a Wild Charge right here and finish off with fast moves alone. So we do see the Wild Charge come out. It is not able to survive. That did a lot of damage, but is he going to risk it for the Biscuit, or is he going to go into Meganium? He's risking it for the Biscuit. He takes out the Raichu with Poison Jab. What is going to be in the back? If it's an it's going to be a Mud Boy, so it's going to be Swampert right here. He's going to be going for Icy Wind, going to be doing neutral damage to the Swampert, and Seaking can resist those Hydro Cannons, but if it has access to Earthquake or Sludge Wave, it's going to do quite a bit of damage. Probably going to be a Sludge Wave coming through right here. I think the Seaking can survive it. It is going to be an Earthquake, barely not able to survive. The swap now into Meganium, but his opponent swapped instantly to Skarmory, so that is going to be basically a good game. There's really no way to come back from this. Sky Attack going to be coming through, doing super effective damage to the Meganium, taking it out. Not able to get off the Frenzy Plant in time, and we do see the Seaking now come back in, go for a Hail Mary Icy Wind, but this is not going to be enough to finish off the Skarmory, and that is going to be a good battle. So great plays by his opponent right there. We saw a lot of play with Seaking. It is very squishy, but it has some niche coverage right there. So great job going 4-1, and let's go ahead and talk more about Seaking. Alright, so talking more about Seaking. It is Triple Legacy, everyone. Poison Jab, Icy Wind, Drill Run. So that is a huge investment when it comes to Elite TMs. So just be warned that this is a huge investment. And know that I'm not personally going to invest in a Seaking right now, because I need other Pokemon in different places, right? I need a Fire Punch on a Groudon for Master League. I need a Hurricane on my Articuno in Ultra League. And I'm going to save a Fast and Charge TM as well for a Double Legacy Dugong. So just take it all with a grain of salt, but let's take a look at what Seaking can do. Like we said earlier, it can beat Reggie Steele, Azumarill, and now it can also beat Altaria as well. We saw that in today's battles. It was able to do a ton of damage to that Reggie Steele. It completely owned the Azumarill in the Zero Shield, and then Icy Wind took out about 70% of Altaria's health when it doesn't shield, which is fantastic. I think it has great coverages, but it is going to be very weak to Grass and Electric. But that Electric as well, you do have Drill Run for coverage, right, if they swap in, and Icy Wind as well for the Grass. So it can really protect itself against its weaknesses in tough situations. And overall, I think it's pretty well-rounded. I mean, like we see here, it can handle Registeel, Azumarill, Altaria, Bastiodon, Mantine, Cresselia, Tropius as well, and Dugong, and Lapras. That's pretty good. It is going to be losing to Grass and Electric, like we said, said. So big counters are going to be Pokemon like Ferrothorn, Venusaur, Raikou, Meganium, Magneton. That doesn't come at any surprise right here. And good covers for that is going to be stuff that's going to be resisting those moves. Swellios, Alolan Muck, things like that. So overall, I think that has some play. I really wish it was not Triple Legacy because I would love to use a Seaking, but for right now, investing 3 Elite TMs to get one Pokemon that's a niche, or not a niche, but other Pokemon can fulfill this role, but I think it's really solid. So if you guys happen to have a Poison Jab Icy Wind one and you didn't know about it, and you can use an Elite TM just to get Drorun, hey, that's one Elite TM for a great potential Pokemon here. So overall, I think we're going to give a Z rating of 7. Again, Z ratings are investment values based on my opinion in the given meta. Now, the reason why I say 7 out of 10 is because you have to invest 3 Elite Charge TMs. If this Pokemon did not require any Elite Charge TMs and all these moves were available, this would be a solid like 9, 9.5 because of its coverage. It's very versatile. It can handle things that it's weak against, and it can handle the meta, but because it requires 3 Elite Charge TMs, we're going to give this a 7. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think about Triple Legacy Seaking. Have you guys invested in one? Are you looking to find one now? Are you wanting to invest in it? So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.